Gen 2. What Nintendo saw as the eclipse of Pokemon as a franchise, the world grabbed with both hands and ran, until they realized that they couldn't save their game. Gold and Silver introduced 100 new types of Pokemon and introduced an open world system that never really held up. Poor level scaling made progression excruciatingly slow, but we got introduced to new mechanics like a day and night cycle, friendship evolutions, and a slightly more solidified art style since the release of Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Gold version was the first game I ever played. I still remember calling my older brother when I found his Game Boy Color at Man & Pop's. The year was 2007. When he said that I could have the Game Boy Color and all of his old games, I chose a game to play that would start a love affair with Pokemon and gaming that I still have to this day. And my choice was based entirely on Gold is the best color, so Gold must be the best game, I'm gonna play this game. I booted up the game, and before long, it was time to pick my first starter ever. Cyndaquil, Totodile, or Chikorita. Now, at the time, my choice was Totodile, mostly because I was a small Australian boy, and despite his death, the Crocodile Hunter TV show was still airing, and I f***ing love crocodiles. However, this is a worst starter video, and if you're new to the channel, I highly recommend watching episode 1 first. You can start on episode 2, like the gist is pretty simple, but why do that when you miss out on all of the lore? There's a link somewhere here that you can click on to go watch it first if you want to, or don't. So of course my starter choice is Chikorita, based entirely on type matchups between gym leaders and the Elite Four and champion battles in the pre and post game. So we make our choice, name him Travis, and continue on to Cherry Grove to meet Mr. Pokemon. When we get there, he gives us a cool looking egg, and Professor Oak is here to give us our Pokedex. We leave, get a call from Elm saying that he's been robbed, and immediately head back to New Barktown. But before we can get there, we run into this weird, brooding ginger and beat him and his Cyndaquil. And then we can keep going. We get back to the lab, talk to the police, and they say that they're looking for this dark and brooding it's him, isn't it? Like, he's the guy that I battled. That's him. That's the guy that's... I knew that Cyndaquil looked familiar. We give the egg to Elm, get our mum to save money for us, and the challenge finally begins. But there's a catch. The last video in this series, if you click the link before, you'll know, was nowhere near challenging enough. So I've introduced a new rule. The Pokemon that I can add to my team have to be in the fast leveling group. And in Generation 2, that list is very, very small. Our first team member is Jigglypuff, and without much issue, we catch one, name her Sharon, and then continue on to Violet City to face Falkner. We fight him, we take down his Pidgey and his Pidgeotto, and that earns us our first badge. After leaving the gym, we pick up that funky looking egg from earlier, and we head down to Azalea Town, where Team Rocket's cooking up something pretty funky themselves. It's Slowpoke Tail. It's literally the tail of Slowpoke, like this guy. Shit's low-key delicious, I ain't gonna lie. Trav evolves into Bayleaf, and we successfully complete a hostile takeover of their operation. We fight Bugsy, and we successfully take out his Metapod, his Kokona, and his Scyther, and we leave with our second gym badge. It's pretty cool. Before we leave, that moody ginger is back, so we kick his ass and we continue on to Goldenrod City. Upon arriving in Goldenrod, we immediately go and fight Whitney and take out her Clefairy and Miltank, and then she proceeds to cry like a bitch when she loses, but eventually she calms down and gives us our third gym badge. And a short walk later means that our funky looking egg hatched into a funky little fella. Everybody meet Damien the Togepi, he's the new guy on our team. We then make our way on to Ecruteak City. While we're in Ecruteak City, we catch two more members of our team. The first being a Snubble, who we aptly name Vanessa, and the second, after literally walking around in a cave in the dark for 99 encounters, we finally find Marill and name him Kevin. We evolve them both, respectively. Ness evolves into Gramble, and Kev evolves into Azumarill. And then we go find Morty. We take out his Ghastly, his Haunter, his Gengar, and his other Haunter for our 4th gym badge. Gang's all together again, huh, Morty? We start making our way down to Olivine City and immediately get harassed by the criminal. But he didn't want that smoke, so he just leaves. We go and find Jasmine in the lighthouse, and she tells us that Ampharos is sick. So after that, we pick up the medicine from Siamwood City, take it back to Ampharos, give the medicine to Ampharos, and then Ampharos gets all better. And then after that, we go back to Siamwood City and we fight Chuck. See, the issue with this battle is most of my team are all normal type Pokemon, and Chuck has fighting type Pokemon. And it was challenging, but Trav made completely short work of his Poliwrath, which is cool. And that earns us our 5th gym badge. We get back to the mainland and head for Mahogany Town first, where some funky shit is going on with the radio. Reception's getting weird, people aren't getting notified of important shit that's going on, just like you, who don't get notified when I upload because you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell. But that's an easy fix, and you can go and do that right now. We head north to the Lake of Rage, fight a shiny Gyarados, and meet with Lance the Dragon Tamer, who has a plan to fix the radio. We meet up with him in town and discover that Team Rocket is behind the radio waves. So we join him in taking over the base and disabling the radio. So now people really can't know when important shit's going on. We run into that same ginger with daddy issues who doesn't fight us because Lance already kicked his ass. And then we head over to fight Pryce. Getting to him is challenging, but I have a secret weapon. You see, I taught Nessa Fire Punch, and it makes very, very short work outside of the water type element of his Seal, Dugong, and Harlow Swine, and that gets us our 6th, 7th gym badge. Did I really just make a f***ing 6-7 joke? What am I, 12? After this fight, we evolve Trav into his final form, Meganium. And then we trek back to Olivine City to fight Jasmine, and thanks to that Fire Punch TM I mentioned earlier, we make very, very short work of both of her Magnemites and her Steelix. This, of course, earns us our actual 7th gym badge. As we leave the gym, Elm gives us a call and lets us know that his radio's busted, so we fly all the way to Goldenrod for him to demand a refund, only to find that the whole building has been taken over by none other than Team Rocket. They just don't know when to give up. While clearing the building to save the director of the radio tower, the Ginger shows up. We very quickly take out his Golbat, Quilava, Magnemite, Haunter, and Sneasel. And after wrapping that up, Damo evolved. Damo's Togetic now, but he's still Damo. We continue on, eventually breaking up Team Rocket for good, and actually we got that refund for Elmo and his busted ass radio because customer service, you know what I mean? We start making our way to Blackthorn, and you may be thinking something along the lines of, you've got a special on your team, what Pokemon is gonna fit it? And to that question, I say Delibird. We caught a Delibird in the ice path, and we named her Lorraine because she's sophisticated and demands respect. She joins the team just in time to take on the dragon-type trainer Claire. We take her on, taking out her 3 f***ing Dragonairs and her Kingdra. But instead of giving us our 8th gym badge, she cries about how it was never supposed to go down like that, and then sends us to go find the f***ing Dragon Fang in the cave. And so we go and do that. It's really not that hard. It's right here. And after giving it to her in the cave, I might add, she finally gives us our 8th gym badge. Like, bro, it wasn't that hard. Like, seriously, just go do it yourself. We then make our way back to Newbark Town, hopping across the pond and taking our very first steps into Kanto, picking up a Moonstone on the way before we fight our way through Victory Road. We come across Giovanni's abandoned son again, taking out his Sneasel, Golbat, Magneton, Haunter, Kadabra, and Typhlosion. Quick side note, his Golbat never evolves from friendship, and his Haunter and Kadabra never evolved from trade. Perfect game designers, literally, considering that he can't evolve his Pokemon from high friendship, and he has no friends to trade with. Pity. Anyway, we evolve Shazza into Wigglytuff, and then grind all of our team up to level 50. It takes a while, but it's nice seeing everyone at the same level. It's just satisfying. I don't know what it is. And finally, we enter the Indigo Plateau to take on the Elite Four. Will is up first, the psychic type aficionado. Turns out he's no match for our epic team. His Xatu falls to Loza, his Jinx to Nessa. Loza comes out again and takes out his Executor. Trav decimates Slowbro, and Loza returns to decimate Xatu again. Loza is my goat, easily the best in the team, and yes, I am playing favorites. Next up is Koga, former poison-type gym leader of the Kanto region. Loza takes out his Ariados. Nessa crushes his Fortress and Venomoth. His Muck is taken out by Damo, and Loza returns to take out his Crobat. Damo finally gets a mention, and he's probably the worst member of the team. Nevertheless, we soldier on and we take on Bruno and his fighting types. Loza lacerates his Hitmontop. Damo destroys his Hitmonchan. Kev kills his Onix. Loza returns to liquidate his Hitmonlee. And Damo decimates his Machamp. How's that for alliteration? Huh? You feeling educated? The final member of the Elite Four, aka the final boss in retail, Karen and her dark types, out here listening to My Chemical Romance and Linkin Park and shit. Nessa takes out her Umbreon, Vileplume, and Gengar before Destiny Bond puts an end to her rampage. Shatter takes out Murkrow, and Kev finishes it off by putting a stop to Houndoom. And it's time to take on the champion. We stroll up to the champion and are honestly taken aback when it's none other than the homeboy Lance, just like standing in front of us. This is the guy that helped us in Mahogany. Surely bro just lets us be the champion now, right? Wrong. Shazza takes out Gyarados. Loza takes out Dragonite. Kev beats Charizard. Loza takes out another Dragonite. Kev puts the smackdown on Aerodactyl. And Loza takes out another Dragonite to make us the f***ing champ. Suck it, Lance! We dodged an interview because we're famous now and go and register as the champions of Kanto and Johto. It took us 27 hours and 3 minutes of playtime. That's 11 more hours than Pokemon Red. But, of course, Gen 2 has a significant post-game. And I'm not satisfied that the challenge is complete until the post-game is finished and we beat Red at the top of Mount Silver. This is gonna take a while. So, I will be streaming on Twitch the post-game of Pokemon Silver. Like, there's probably a link down there or something. So if you want to see what happens in part 2 of this video before part 2 comes out, come join the stream, come hang out, we'll chat shit. I'm a small creator, so it's gonna be just us. Honestly. To find out when I'm planning on streaming, go follow me on my socials, mostly Instagram. I will post on my story before I go live. Special thanks to the people being shown on screen right now. You guys introduced me to gaming and started a childhood dream of wanting to become a game dev for myself. Anyway, subscribe to get me out of my mother-in-law's basement. Am I just sweating? Is that just sweat? Yeah. It is hot as f*** in this room, dog. Holy.